peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
But when isn't it? When isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? It is always vital to the future of us all, of you all, of me all, of us all. And we're going to have a fun and entertaining show tonight. You know, or this morning, or this afternoon, depending where you are. For me, it's night. It's 8:30. That's night time for me. Time for my cocoa. You know, episode of Star Trek. Time for bed. You know, get all nice and settled in. Yes, we got a lot of stuff. A lot of entertaining stuff. I believe we have tonight. I don't often tease and promise, but well, because you know, often I know I won't deliver. But tonight's show is so good. It's so good. I'll tell you how good it is. That you could broadcast it live. You can broadcast it live, mother effers. You can broadcast it live across a massive user interface network. You know, that's what you could do. That's how good it is. 1 second, someone's sending me a link. What's sending me a link for? Well, listen, I'm going to look at it later. Fine, I will go through the chat in a minute. But first, I have to talk about the problem beings first. Booyah. What I have to talk about is I'm sexually envious of cats. I don't know. Yeah, this is you know, I feel we developed an intimacy, and I can tell you this. The weird thing is, I'm telling the truth. This isn't actually a joke. So here's what's going on. There is a cat who's been around my house last couple of days, who is having the most incredible sex. I mean, just like the most insanely incredible. Now, how do I know? I haven't seen them. You know, I haven't seen any of the kitties, you know, consummating. But I have heard them, and I recognize this guy's voice now. And he is he is a noisy lover, but he's having the, and I'm like, okay, let me explain. He's like, it goes on for a while. You're like, meow, 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 meow. Oh God! I'm like, oh my God, what's going? I'm like, what? Okay, firstly, I've been finished like 3 times over. Okay, and this guy's got stamina, Mr. Kitty, or it could be a Mrs. I don't know. That was my question today. Is it a boy or is it a girl? Because if it's a girl, boy, is she a slut. But yeah, she is a goer. I think if he's a boy, I mean, like, really, you just need that. Calm it down a little bit. Quiet it in. Have a little intimacy. You know, but yeah, so I heard him having sex several times yesterday and today, very noisily, while making a video. Right, I was making today's video. I did take a break and I said, oh my God, that cat's having sex again. And I tell you, he's having a good time. That cat's having a good time. So yeah, I'm kind of envious because it sounds like he's having incredible sex. And then, or she, and then, just before the show tonight, I heard a cat having sex, and it was a different cat. So what is it? What has my house become? Like, you know, the cat harem, harem, you know, like just like the free love area in the kitty world. Don't tell my wife. she'll be disturbed. I will tell my younger son, who giggles at anything. I tell you, you want this? He's not very subtle, you know. It's like, yeah, if I make a double entendre of that, like, I don't know, I pick up a sausage, suggest it, and then this. Okay. You think I'm making this up? This is true. I hope you ever come to my house someday. You know, if you're ever in Israel, give me a call. Come on Friday night. Friday night's the best night to come. Could you be? And you know this is exactly true. I would like be playing with a sausage. Like, yes, I do. I'm a naughty boy. Okay, I am a bit of a naughty boy. That is true. And then he'll go, and he'll go to my wife. And this is the worst thing possible. He'll go to my wife. Go, it's like a penis. I'm like, no. Now I'm in trouble. Right now I'm in trouble. You know, I was having a little bit of a friendly little. P-Lo play with a sausage, and now I'm in the doghouse. Really? Yeah, we got to keep it quiet, mate. Anyway, I don't know why I was talking about Harry. Anyway, yeah. So the cat could use a bit more subtlety. The cat's been going like the clappers. Fine. I want to address a bunch of stuff from last week's show. I'm gonna if you're coming on. Problem being, if you've listened to Out of Time, when I do it, if you want to come on, I think Noel's going to come on. Anybody else who knows me want to come on who's listened to Out of Time? I would like to have more people in the chat than in the stream, but that's basically where I am. If you but okay, let me deal with a bunch of stuff first. Where to start? Okay, John the White, who I do not know at all. I know we are ostensibly vaguely aligned, right? We are on the same kind of battle lines, but we're kind of like the what was it, the hill people from not Lord of the Rings, from Game of Thrones, the one that Tyrion ends up with in the first book. And he becomes like this little chieftain, right? And he managed to get all these little chieftains to come together. And it shows his incredible diplomacy. It's a great character moment. So he shows up with this mini army by his father. And so I was like, okay. And who is it? Moa has this very, very strong argument that Tywin Lannister didn't hate Tyrion. Tywin Lannister liked and respected Tyrion, right? I can't give you that argument, but it's a very good one. So I know we're vaguely aligned, right? He's very upset about something Noel said, which I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is. I said I would present this there, but okay, John, if you're watching, this is the deal. We're vaguely aligned. No beef at all with you at all. But it's like this. I would suggest, if you would like to make shalom, if you would like to make peace, is what I would suggest. I would look inside yourself. And this is always good advice, by the way. In a marriage, you know how to make a marriage work, and it really does. It 100% is the truth. If both of you take 100% responsibility for each other's happiness, right? You take, that is your number one focus. And then you only fight a lot. And intensely. But everything's good. Anyway, so I would suggest introspecting at what went down, because look, Noah is a very big-hearted guy, in my opinion. He's a very, very big-hearted guy. And the downside of that is when he gets hurt, he gets hurt. I empathize with 100%. I'm exactly the same. You do cross me, you break my trust, and then I just like a knife in my heart, right? I can't, it's like a knife in your back. It's terrible. It's the worst thing ever. But I don't know what went down. Okay, I'm not making it, but I would look inside yourself to see, because I think there's something along the lines that have happened. Oh my God, I was just trying to scratch these things off the screen, right? My screen, and it weren't going. And it's problem being bloody chat. Frem creme fresh. Really? Okay. Okay, fine. I would introspect within yourself about why Noel is upset. Because Noel's upset for a reason. Nobody gets upset for no reason. I don't know what the reason is. I haven't spoken with him about this at all. I would introspect within yourself and say, even if everything you said was right, and I didn't read it, right? Because I'm not going to. But even if everything you said is right, I still know Noel. Noel is a stand-up guy. Noel is a stand-up guy. And more than that, I have his back. Totally. Listen, he brought me onto his channel when I was very small. And he's only ever been nice to me, right? He's only ever been good to me. And I really love him. He's a great guy. He's a really great guy. He's a very, very big-hearted guy. So whatever it is, I just look inside yourself. And then if you can come to terms with it, and you you'll be prepared to talk about it with him. If I could facilitate that, I don't know if I can. I don't know, because I tell you, when you feel like a knife goes in your back, you feel like a knife goes in your back. And it's very hard to overcome that. Listen, who knows? I don't know. I would, if we could have shalom, shalom, the peace. We can have that. That'd be freaking marvelous, and I would very, very much like that. Right? That'll be my wish. But I said I would address it on air, and I have done. I hope I've done that to everybody's satisfaction, That's very hard to do. But that was my genuine goal, do it to everybody's satisfaction. Second thing, something that was not to my satisfaction, something the chat directed at Daniel last stream. I just got to address that for a second because it is the worst thing I've ever. It's the worst thing I've ever witnessed ever. Like the worst act I've ever seen anybody do. It's the worst thing ever, and it's shocking. I mean, like, still, and I think about it. At the time, I was like breathtaking. I was like, I couldn't believe, because like, I can guarantee you this: whoever wrote that, life is so much worse than Daniel's. It's so much worse than, because Daniel's such a good fucking bloke. Okay, Daniel's that's all he is. He's just a sweet, nice, giving, good person. That's all he is. You know, and he gets upset sometimes when you piss around with his stuff, right? But he's just a good person, right? And he's just a good bloke. So I know he has people that he loves. You can tell because he's full of love. He's such a loving person. And I know he has people that love them. And that, you disgusting piece of human filth, you waste of skin, you vile obscenity, that's what you lack in your life. That's what's going on. I'll tell you this. Daniel was damn taller than you ever will. You piece of shit. So that's the second thing I really wanted to address, right? I thought that we should talk about that. So where else are we? Okay, I'm positive that the Not My Doctor and cynical archivist are one and the same. I'm positive. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. They both have this like insane sanctimony about them. They both feel they're crusaders for good. They are pure, bright angels. And if they have to cut people down, even for association with evil, they will do it. That's how they view themselves, right? That's really both of them. So I'm hoping there can't be more than one of these sad fuckers, right? There can't be more than one of them, can there? There could be. I mean, gee, but you got okay. So they both got this insane sanctity, right? They also, well, I suppose I was going to say superiority complex. The superiority complex comes with the sanctity. They're both like really stupid, right? So, okay, they're both different personas because I don't think the Nut in My Doctor, who's like is a dirty, sneak and that doesn't fit into the cynical archivist persona. He's like saintly, right? In his mind, he's saint. He's like shining one. I'm telling you, this is how he sees himself, right? I'm 100%. But so he can't like be. Too down and dirty. So I think that's why he created Not My Doctor. And when we look at the tweets where they're tweeting between each other, you got to keep in mind, I think it's the same person. I think it's the same, and like it's this is a messed up human being. This is a very, very disturbed, messed up human being. Okay. Firstly, I've got rid of it. He said he was ace. I had to work that out. What ace meant? It meant asexual. I'm like, oh. He's terrified. Okay, there you go. And he's made up a bullshit for himself. Which, look, I'm going to hazard a guess in the tiny minority of people. The Guardian statistic was like 1% of people are asexual. I think it's more like 0.1%. The Guardian statistic. So, you got to like skim off the bullshit of agenda. So about 0.01% who claim it, right? Who claim it. I think when you get down to it, like, I think probably, I guess this is what happens when you buy. Maybe he's drunk the Kool-Aid, right? And he's totally bought into like cis is bad. Like being comfortable in your skin is bad. And like being a normal heterosexual male is bad, right? So, I can't be either the evil ones. So like, I think you could like then say, oh, therefore I don't like women. I don't like anything. And partly that, and partly this utter fear of rejection. It's utter terror. Because like, think about it. Think how much time this kid sits online. This poor kid, this all he does. He sits and he looks at other people. He looks at other people to see what they're doing wrong, to see how they're breaking his test of purity. And then he like, he's like, he like, and the stuff I look over, he was niggling. It was like, I don't like the Jodie Whittaker Doctor because I think the writing's boring. And like, you guys, and it's like the put downs are so fucking awful as well. Oh, it's what a terrified kid is. So listen, my recommendation is to have normal to human relations. In failing that, damn sex. And I know you don't like the idea. I can almost guarantee. I don't know. You should go to whatever therapy you can go to, so you can have sexual intercourse, even if it needs paying for it. And if it needs paying for it, look, I'll chip it. I can't say fairer than that. I'll chip it, because I think you should have a better experience. Like, I would rather you have a better experience. I wouldn't want you to go to like a $15 corner job. That would really. No, we'll get you a nice, it'll work out nice. So I can't say fairer than that. Fine. So let's get to some of these two. So they all went. So yeah. The reason I'm really convinced that he's in, because as soon as I said that in the on the last show, that's when the archivist guy, the guy who attacked what's the name, the far superior Starry, harassed her relentlessly, and then apologized to her by saying it's all her fault for her guilty association with Bolshrek, who we can't prove is really a racist in any way, but they've decreed it. Like any kangaroo court, they've decreed it, so it must be. They're just relieved it's not their name on going in the hat today. Fine, so let's look at what they've been talking about, because they're too terrified to talk to me openly. I'm not going to engage with them on Twitter, right? That's not going to happen, because save it for your own social media. You use it to benefit you. Really, that's what you do. Use it to benefit you. So I'm happy to reply to them. I'm just not going to see. Twitter allows you to be very disingenuous and hide behind microphones. I sent them a tweet telling them if you want to come on, come on. I'll just check my phone, see if anyone's got back to me. I don't have to do this. I have no DMs. Okay, fine. Good. All right. I have also Twitter open on my screen right here. Fine. So let's start with the stupidest. They're pretty. This is a different vein of stupid. So let's go back. What was that guy? This is what I want. So Matt, with his little pray hand, says, "Jesus effing Christ! He's just admitted he's pro-genocide." No, I'm going to really explain it again, because this is. I get it's confusing. Right? Yeah. It's like this. The bar is this. This is the bar. Okay, to avoid there being any trouble. All you got to do is not try and murder us, because we said never again. We said we're not going to let you murder us again. So when people come to murder us, we say, please, excuse me. Please don't murder us. Really, please don't murder us. We'd rather not be murdered. Especially not in just in a general murdery way. We'd rather not. But please don't murder us. Okay, that's really it. And they go, well, no, it's my right to murder you. Listen, you're a Jew. That's it. It's my right to murder you. And then you have people like this guy stands on the side and said, "What are you doing, Jew? It's his right to murder you. It's his right to murder you. How dare you say no? You're pro-genocide." No, you're right. It's really simple. All you got to do is not try and murder us. That's the bar, right? That's the bar that you can't get to. And then somehow in your diseased mind, you think you're not a racist, right? You think you're not a racist because you can't get to the bar that you shouldn't try and murder Jews. Like, murder Jews? Why should we give a shit? Yeah, okay. What's the difference? That's why. Because of you, you dickhead. Exactly because of you, we have to be this way. Because we can't rely on you. It's a miracle. that people of virtue somehow came to power against all the odds in World War II. It's like, Churchill should not have been prime minister, right? He shouldn't have survived that. He shouldn't have made it, and he shouldn't have survived. I don't know. Who was American? Was it Roosevelt? Whoever the American. See my sparkling use of what's the word? History there. Yeah, so that's the bar, right? That's the bar. So a couple of years ago, there's a place called Gaza. A place called Gaza is a bit of a mess. You know why it's a bit of a mess? Because the Jews said, we're going to ethnically cleanse ourselves from Gaza. You know why? Because cocksuckers like this told us that's what you have to do to have peace. You have to ethnically cleanse yourself. So uprooted thousands of families, and basically made them all destitute, destroyed communities, right? For peace. We gave it up to them. And then what happened? Hamas takes over. In Hamas's charter, they say it's our desire, is our reason to exist is to murder Jews, right? That's in their charter, right? And they're not messing around, idiot. Try having a crazy man run at you with a knife when you've got a gun. And the reason you've got to have a gun, because sometimes a crazy guy might run at you with a knife. Imagine, just put that in your head, idiot, for a second. That's the reality. I've got to have a gun on me. I've got to arm myself because some crazy man might run at me with a knife because I'm a Jew. Just put yourself in that. And you will say, oh, what, you occupying that? Dude. Do you have any idea what we've done? Listen, again, we evacuated Gaza for peace. They won't talk about it. They won't sit down and negotiate. They say, all or nothing. Blah! We don't talk. And that's actually their position. So what's your point? What is your point then? But yes. So I'm not pro-genocide, idiot. Yeah, so I remember a couple of years ago, a place called Gaza, as I said, Gaza, and it is now an utter nightmare because they took over, Hamas took over, elected by the populace. It wasn't a coup. They took over, and they turned every resource they had to killing Jews. Who'd have thought that they're going to do the exact thing that I said, idiot? So that happened, and then so we had to build a fence. We have two lines of defenses against these people who want to murder us because we're Jews. Two lines of defenses. We have a fence and we have an army, right? The fence. The army is not allowed to open fire unless they go past the fence, right? And even then, they say, please don't go past the fence. That's a bad thing to do. So, let's say you have a mob of thousands of them being whipped to a frenzy, singing songs about, and I'm not exaggerating, about the streets running red with Jewish blood. They've circulated maps to the nearest Jews they can get to, the nearest civilians, because the sweetest dead Jews, and I'm not making any of this shit up. This is all real. Because the sweetest dead Jews are Jewish children. They've got maps to the nurseries. Right? They've circulated on their social media. This isn't like secret nods and handing things to each other in code. They're not writing things in like lemon ink. This is on their social media. So we have a fence and we have an army. So a mob of 1,000 people who Jeremy Corbyn called peaceful protesters, who were armed and were throbbing at the mouth to kill Jews, had the means, motive, opportunity. They're going to do that. They come across that. Now, this is the incredible thing. About 97 people died, right? I'd rather zero, but 97 people died, right? They got in the sea of 1,000 people, 97 100% enemy combatants, because there was a Hamas control post within the crowd. Right, that they identified. That's how, with a tank, not a sniper, a tank, and I know the person who fired the shot. That's how local this is. With a tank, 100% zero civilian casualties. You're welcome. So yeah, I'm not pro-genocide. All you got to do is not try and murder us. But of course, too much for you, dick brain. So Jamie Shash says, excuse me, WTF. Well, Jamie, I do hope that you understand it. The rabbi, Matt, fully came out and said in his stream, well, I said it now, haven't I? When I questioned his stance on Israel and the IDF. Yes. Is that, again, I've given you my, I WhatsApped you, right? No, I mean, I tweeted at you. Just come on up. Come on. Just come on. Get in contact. No? Really? Are you not so mouthy? Oh, okay, what a shock. And Liam, who got into this. Weird, I kept replying to you on YouTube, and it kept, like, deleting the comment. How on earth does it do that? Can they use to delete the comment? If you do, you're such a pussy. Whatever. Really? He's currently defending himself in the comments saying stuff like self-defense. You're like, oh, really? Dick brain? I know somebody personally murdered by a man with a knife wanting to kill him because he's a Jew. And he turned around and, as in his dying breath, a guy called Ari Fold, in his dying breath, American guy, lived one town over. I actually knew this guy. You know how I found out about his death, right? His cousin or something lives here. And I was walking down the streets away, and I heard his cousin cry when he heard his shriek. Don't tell me it's not real, you cocksucker! Motherfucker. Demons love me. Motherfucker. Don't tell me it's not real, Liam. Yes, I'm currently defending myself, saying things like self-defense. Isn't that what the Nazis said? No. The Nazis said that we have to I'm not even going to ask you. Cocksucker. Again, anybody want to say something? Come and say it to my face. So where do we start over here? Okay, on a different pen. Okay, now it's going to get a bit more fun. Not my doctor. I made his freaking day by talking about him. He started talking about him the whole time. Okay, just somebody do a tag, however long this takes. Right? I'm at 28 minutes in. Okay. Cycle Pro. Yes, I've worked you out, idiot. You are so the same guy. Rabbi telling me have lots of yes, it's good for you. You're messed up. I have empathy for you as a human being. See, that's the other thing about you and Ginger, the guy over here, sings archivist, right? That you're both sociopaths. You do not feel the pain of others, right? Neither of you do that. God, I really hope there's only one of you, right? So you've got this saintly quest that you're both on, and you both don't feel the pain of others. See, I actually feel like what a messed up you are. You poor little shit. Really? You can get some therapy. Okay, you can't get laid. I get it. You can't. It's too much, right? That normally does. And please, if anybody knows him, just go out with him. For God's sake. Just think. Okay, just think how much better he's going to be. Okay? What a service you're doing for mankind. You know, like all this energy, all this time. Like maybe he can put it on you. Oh, that's a bit creepy, I know. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I'm telling you, I have lots of sex here. So Alex Levy, yeah, I need some evidence this dude's actually a rabbi. Well, I'm probably defrocked. It all fair. Well, it depends. It depends. Like, so okay, this is how you become a rabbi. There's a couple of ways. You can do this thing called Yora Yora, which is like a very detailed understanding of the laws of kashrut and stuff. Or you can do this thing called Rav Manig, which is much easier. Rav Manig, basically you do weddings, funerals, no basic kosher dietary laws, and nowhere to ask questions. Okay, it's called Rav Manig. So that's what I have, but I have it on condition that I didn't buy a TV, which was the first thing they give it to you when you leave Jerusalem to go and it's like the Frisco Kid, they give it to you when you leave Jerusalem to go and work in outreach or wherever around the world. I went to Boston, and that's the first thing I did was buy a TV. I'm like, yeah, TV time, baby. But since I left that organization, I have worked as a rabbi quite extensively. I've signed on many Jewish divorces. I worked in a Jewish divorce school in Miami. Signed hundreds of those. You got to be kosher for that stuff. I'm going to tell you. So fine. Let me do exactly right. I thought about a troll. Why'd you get the word troll from? I'm responding to you. This is what I said in my initial thing, that we only talk about you when you talk about us. And I'm only going to do it as long as it's entertaining, right? Which is kind of is. Because you're never going to come on because you're all pussies, aren't you? Come on. We all know it. We all know you're big pussies, right? The thought I troll. Okay, I guess I was trolling you. Guy's got a point. You can't argue. I was kind of trolling. Okay, guy, the troll is teaching other Jewish kids. What? Why do you think I'm teaching Jewish kids? What? What do you think a rabbi is? You weirdo. What? That's it. Send link. Again, no. I'm not saying no, I'm not. No, I'm nowhere. I'm bringing either of you on. Shut up. No. Last time I brought you on, and I totally had your back. 1 second. Wait. No, I 100% had your back. Like 100. What are you talking about? 100%. I told him he should go away and think about whatever he fucking did to you. What the hell? And I said, bottom line, whatever happens, if it comes to the two of you, I'm always going to have your back. I 100%, like 100% had your back. I spoke nicely about it because that's what I think. What do you want out of me? Good God. Yeah, if you're not happy with that, just text me. But what? I 100% had your back. I'm not having either of you on right now, okay? No, I'm not going to do that. That's wrong. I'm dealing with these gobshites, okay? If you're talking about you and the John the White thing, I don't want to really be involved. If I can make Shalom, right? That's what I like. If we can all have peace, that's great, right? If not. If it's not at peace, I'm on your side. I have your back unconditionally, right? Do you hear that? Yes. Okay. Good. Clear. Let's go back to it. The Jewish kids. Yeah, what do you mean that teaching Jewish kids your religion is so upsetting? Why do you think I teach Jewish kids? What do you think a rabbi is? Well, like a minstrel show? Like we go prance around children? What is wrong with you, you freaking weirdo? What? Like, what do you think we are? Like a kid, what? A children's entertainment? We're going to teach you. Let's teach children about being Jewish. Well, I mean, I do my kids. What the hell, idiot? Weirdest freaking thing. So then this guy, who is the same guy? I'm sure it's the same guy, right? I'm sorry he is behaving so badly. See, this is a saintly persona. This is so up, man. This is so messed up. It's hilarious. He seems very twisted mentally and horribly entitled. No, I'm just telling you what I think, okay? I think you're full of shit, is what I think. I think you are full of shit. I think you're not well, is what I think. Genuinely, I think you're not well. I think I would like you to be better. I think it would be better for all of us if you were better, right? I have nothing against you being better. I think you would be happier. I think we would all be happier. You're not well. Entitled believing bullying and bigotry. What bigotry have I demonstrated? I mean, I don't believe you're asexual. I just think you are horribly messed up, right? I think there's something gone horribly wrong with you, right? That's what I think. I don't think you're terrified of being hurt and terrified of, like, you have no idea how to interact with human beings. Again, I think you're the sociopath. I don't know what to tell you. You need psychotherapy. There's something wrong with you. Bullying and bigotry is completely justified when he does it. Yes, okay, what's the bullying and bigotry? Citation. he basically said in an argument with Trilby, well, this true thing, because many Jeremy Corbyn supporters feign Jewish heritage to make their claim. Yes, idiot. There was actually a letter sent out by fake rabbis from a synagogue to say support from a synagogue that didn't exist. This was a very common tactic that I personally encountered. Yeah, you'll say, whenever it says, as a Jew, I'll say, really? A Jew? And I'll ask them any question about Judaism, like anything. Like, are you a practicing Jew? So, no, I am not. Or they were, but they'd always say something wrong. So they obviously didn't know anything about Jews. It's so funny. Like, or Judaism. I found in Hebrews, like things they looked up. And it looked up wrong. This was a widely experienced phenomena within the Jewish world, which you have no idea about. Do you? Ding-a-ling. Okay, yes. I love how they're dubbing down the Jews that disagree with me are fake Jews. No, it just happened to be. A lot of times they were, mate. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not dubbing it. It's like we personally witnessed it. We let this as a Jew thing. Even like half of the bogus Jewish labor thing they set up to support him. Most of those people weren't Jewish. Just go look up Guy Fawkes. Look at the Jewish Chronicle. This all very well recorded. Jewish Herald. All this is very well recorded in the press. All right, none of this is in dispute. You're just ignorant. And the thing is, I don't think you're stupid. I think you've had, just like your belief system's built on paper mache, and you've been taught the wrong things. I think you might be a victim of the higher education system, right? It's like I just want you to question your assumptions. Just question it. Like, do we hate this Doctor Who because she's a woman? Which is, I know that's what you all think. And listen, I don't actually have disrespect for you, despite the stupid thing you're about to say. Listen, you built up a YouTube channel that's very impressive. You've done much better than me. Hats off to you, mate. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, it's that's actually a factually accurate thing that's very, very well recorded. I'm sorry. Honestly, you don't even know. Like it's such a well-known thing. You don't even that's how much you don't know. Freaking incredible. My favorite thing he's ever said was in the comments section claiming that Trump was incredibly unpopular with racists. Yes, actually he is. The KKK hate him. White supremacists hate him. Just go to their websites. Look it up. Go to their social media. Look for yourself. I understand you've got you've been given this caricatured vision of a guy who is far from perfect. Don't get me wrong. Trump's a bit of a dick in a lot of ways. Yeah, I have no bones with that. But he almost certainly slept with porn stars. Listen, doesn't bother me. Although Melania's a very attractive woman, so listen, I don't. Listen, he's gonna be who's gonna be. Whatever. I'm not marking his personality. I'm not the morality police. He can live his life however he wants. I'm worried about how he would do that job. Seems he's done the job far better than any of his predecessors. Just going on the metrics, So looking at him properly. In context, even our context is hard. I was laughing at that for days. I was laughing at me actually being incorrect. Just go to their website. Go look for yourself. It's really simple. So then the saintly persona comes, and keep in mind, it's the same guy. It's so funny. Trump is incredibly unpopular with racists. I'll be interested to know where these comments are on there again. It's what was it? Daniel Carver was the KKK guy from the Howard Stern show who developed a bit of a following, and somebody from him, I can't remember. But again, this is not This is not privileged knowledge. This is just reality. It's just reality. Oh, you know where they are? Did he mean another Trump? One who isn't cheered by the KKK? They hate him. They actually hate him. Again, why they hate? Well, one of the reasons why they hate him, they hated him before this. But in the speech that says that you say proves he's racist, saying they're good people on both sides, where clearly he was talking about the people on the monument protests. Clearly, neither Antifa nor the fascists or the white supremacists. Clearly, neither of those people were the good people he was referring to. And how do I know that with such a surety? Because he said it in the next freaking line. He says, that's not to say, I want to disavow, they're the worst people ever. He went on a tear about, and he said the KKK by name. Ding-a-ling. It's not privileged information. Or tell you what, don't need to go to KKK website. Go to a right-wing website. Go to the Daily Wire. Go to any of these places and go, oh, they're so unfair. No, just go anywhere. Go to InfoWars. Doesn't matter. Go anywhere. Go outside your bubble. What I'm saying is so freaking obvious. Sorry about the chat, by the way. I will get to you eventually. I'm not going to be able to read everyone. Oh my god! I'll go through on the other windows if I can see anybody talk to me. He probably means the game Top Trumps, as they find it offensive to their leader, the two Top Trump. Whoa! You're a dick. You just are. This guy may be a rabbi. Sorry, got to get the sanctified. This guy may be a rabbi, but he doesn't come across wise at all. It's a matter of opinion, mate. I think I'm doing okay here. Just an alt-right troll with, I believe the expression is delusional grandeur. No, I don't. It's just I think I'm better than you, but that's not delusional grandeur. You're very low. You're very low. It's like it's not much to be better than you. You're broken. Again, you have no empathy. And little morality. And it's just like, what will make that human? And you believe yourself to be a saint. What would make you? I can see why you don't have any friends. Honestly, if this is you, just like, oh my god, I can't imagine anybody going near you. But again. If you're not the same person, you both are this way. I just hope there's only one of you. I really do. So the reason that you think I have to lose again is because I beat you in arguments. Really? An alt-right troll? No, I just brought up points you couldn't answer. This is the way you label people who prove that your nonsense isn't real. Just accept that it's not real. This is how you label people. I want to say this again. This is how you label people who prove your nonsense isn't real. I tell you what, problem being, no, just let me know what's going on in the chat. After I finish this rant, we're nearly done now. I'll bring you guys on and you can catch me up, okay? No, I really hope you're not pissed off at me. I really hope you're not, because I genuinely have nothing but love in my heart for you. I genuinely. And I have nothing against John the White. I just don't know him. So I don't dislike him. But again, for you, I genuinely only have love for you. It's 100% true. Fine. Oddly enough, if he is a rabbi, I'm curious how we get on the position considering the amount of anti-Semitism he said in the past. Citation, please. What are you referring to? Now you're bonkers. And again, I'm not going after another YouTuber. Again, I have respect for your channel. I do. I respect for the amount of people that you got on your channel. Very well. Good for you. I know that only comes with hard work, right? And I don't think you're stupid either. This is all reasonably complimentary coming from me. I don't think you're stupid either. I think you bought into a false bill of goods. That's all it is. I think we disagree, but I don't think you can cope with us to agree. Although you do. You have a lot more of the of self-control, maturity, and self-awareness than any of the other people around you, right? Which is probably why that you've done so well around them, right? But no, it's if you can bring me a citation of that would be lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, we're back to Captain Nutballs. He's actually engaged in anti-Semitism. Woohoo! I know he endorses people who believe in general replacement theory. No, we don't believe in general replacement. Oh my god! okay. Again, this is just for the simple-minded. Need the full screen for it. I'm happy. I'm happy to live under any government, be it a Palestinian government or a Jewish government, given if I have exactly the same rights, right? I'm happy to have exactly the same rights the Arabs who live in Israel currently have. I'm happy to have those rights. I would be over the moon for that. So the truth is, the Trump plan, where it does look like it could come together, is opposed by not the Palestinian, Palestinian leader, they oppose everything, but the Palestinian people, because it means a bunch of them are going to be living under Palestinian rule as opposed to Israeli rule, and they don't like that. They don't like it. The freest people in the Middle East are the Israeli Arabs. It's just, again, it's a factual statement. It is. I don't know what to tell you. Because I think how crazy this group is, I'd hardly be surprised. Again, I want to remind you, right? You're so scared of me. And I haven't done anything bad to you. I've just told you the truth. I just pointed out the fallacies in your arguments, and you crumbled, right? Both of you, actually. Yeah, Mr. Tarzan, whatever. You both crumbled. And you having the anonymity of a avatar to hide behind wasn't enough. You then also blocked me, and that was really why I wasn't rude to you in any way. I just pointed out what you said was wrong, and you crumbled. So let's get to this guy who knows nothing about nothing. What's distinguishing between anti-Semitism, and him excluding other Jews, atheists, or convert, or liberal, or Orthodox? Exclude them from what? Okay, I might exclude them from. I don't know. Exclude them from what? Give me an idea. Which is also horrible prejudice. What are we excluding them from? Okay, you don't have to have. Oh, I just lost the. Where was I? You don't have to share my beliefs to be Jewish, right? From my belief system, anybody whose mother is a Jew is a Jew, regardless of what their belief system is, right? Regardless of what their belief system is. So it's a matrilogical descent as long as it's in living memory, right? If it leaves living memory, so it's going to be 3 generations out. For that lane. But that's really it. So you can be an atheist, you can be whatever, and you're Jewish, according to me. Now, I don't know what their definition of Jewish is, but okay. Maybe we disagree on it. Maybe we agree. Okay. I believe the Reform's definition of Jew is from a patrilogical descent, whereas the Orthodox is a matrilogical. I think that's really the only difference, right? So yeah, again, don't think that your ignorance is proof of your virtue. Anyway, semantics. He's still engaged in sexism. How? Yeah, I like to have sex with women. Yeah, I think Nicola Bryant is very hot. I really liked it. I want to be clear. I want to be very clear about this. I really, really liked it that when she was young. That John Nathan Turner squeezed her into spandex, right? And not much of it at that, and had a jiggle on the screen around me for many weeks on end. I really like that. I'm very pro that. I really enjoyed it, and it's still with me today. Now I've augmented it a bit, quite a Perry has starred in my fan fiction, Perry and the Time Rotor of Love, more than once. It's if that's sexist, I guess I am, right? I believe all peoples are equal, right? I think all peoples are equal, regardless of one's, birth, gender, skin color, whatever. I think all peoples are intrinsically equal. So again, fine. That's just again my belief. So if that makes me a sexist, I guess I am. Ableism again. Geez, really? Do you remember when I came in saying no? I don't. If you're disabled in any way, why would I have anything like? Why would anybody be like, oh, that guy's blind? Like, really? What the hell's wrong with you? No one's like that. There's no one. No one's gonna say no. That's just weird. And possibly a whole lot of other stuff I haven't seen. You haven't seen anything yet. They're back to Satan again. Well, he's certainly an acephobe. I just don't believe you. I mean, honestly, it gives you victim status as well, which you really love. That elevates you. I just don't believe you. I think you need therapy. I do, and I mean that not as a dick, even though I do recognize I can be a bit of a dick, right? Sneering, I should get myself late. You really, and it wasn't sneer. I wish you would. I wish you would. It's good for you. You will be happy, and I think you'll be. But I think you need to be happy, right? I think if you're happy, it just makes the world a better place, right? I think you'll just not be such a dick, right? If you were happy, I would like you to be happy. Seems a win-win, right? You get to stop being a dick, and you get to be happy, right? Like we all get better at life, and like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's this makes the world a better place. So it's such rubbish. Like, again, it's a blessing I'm offering you. Again, I said I will have a whip round. We'll get you the money, whatever. It's okay. I think honestly, I wouldn't feel bad about that at all. Also, he claimed BLM was a racist movement. It is a racist movement, but that's a different time. He told you to get laid too. It's the same person. It's the same person. Oh, we know it's a. He told you to get laid too. Stuff like that. Saying I should pay to meet a sex worker or stuff like that. Yeah, again, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. You're welcome. As I'm openly ace. Oh God. They decided to mock that. Oh no. Yeah, again. I don't believe you. That's just the bottom line. I do not believe you. Fine. Let me go through the chat quickly. 1 second. Let me see if I've got any other messages. Okay. Oh, okay. It wasn't from me. I don't know. Fine. Okay. Let me send a link. I guess that's the easiest way to find out if I'm in trouble. Okay, there we go. Copy the clipboard. And then I really got to do a look through the chat, see what's going on. I don't even know who's here, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Oh yeah. One last thing. Yeah. Problem being, let me send to you. Message. There you go. Sent to you. Fine. Hopefully someone will pop in a minute. Fine. Where was I? Do about that. Problem being, oh yeah, so start looking at the chat. Oh yeah, I was going to go through the chat over here. That's what I was going to do. There you go. We go over here. I got to turn the sound off. I did that though. Fine. Okay, I'm just going to go through this and see if anybody's atting me, and then I'll go through the names. Okay. Oh no, love you too. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you're happy. Okay, good. I'm really happy about it. This is the end of the world. Welcome to the apocalypse. Yes. It must have been. Okay, going back. Oh, wait. Problem being, the teenage stalker and bully of women is telling you you're behaving badly. Have a twist in my horribly. Yeah. Projection much. Yeah. Yes. It's just, yeah. That sounds like he's just a kid. He doesn't know. We stand with you. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. See, this is why I should have looked at the chat earlier. Sticking up for yourself. All right, there you go. The Kikudian. Okay, I get embarrassed when people say nice things about me. I really do, actually. It's okay. You like that? Good. Okay. Yeah, Danny was an awesome bloke. We must always speak as we find. He's been nothing but good. Yeah, you're true. Just running through to Spacebook came and gone. Yes, of course. Oh, come on. I am. Are you? Yes, I'm good. I'm glad. I sent you the link. I sent it to your alternate Twitter. You didn't chill the cat. No, I didn't. But the cat nearly did make me defecate over myself. Well, it wasn't defecation. Fine. So let's have a look. Oh, here we go. One's here anyway. Noel's here. There you go. Add to the stream.
Of course, I'm here. I've been listening very intently. Firstly, I just want to say, absolutely fantastic stream, mate. I'm glad you've addressed these idiots, and that's what they are. They're idiots. I've unblocked you, by the way, on Twitter. So come to me, you little idiots. I don't know what the story is with John White. If he is saying anything to you or having anything to do with you, my advice to you would be to block him. I have nothing to do with him. I'm not going to get into it.
He hasn't done anything to me. I listen. He sent me a whole thing. I didn't even read it. I told him what to read.
He's probably sending you the whole portfolio he hasn't done of me and Eddie Ezquerra, where we're bringing down his campaign and stuff. Listen, I dealt with that situation. I've moved on from that situation. That guy is like these two trolls here. They just can't move on. So, John, if you're listening, I don't want that to do with you. Don't be sending people to send me messages either. I don't want to have any interaction with you. But that doesn't mean that you do out there that I'm going to criticise. I'm not going to criticise that. You can do whatever the hell you want, yeah? I just don't want any part of it. And don't be using their hashtags either, is another thing I'd say. Use your own hashtags. But as far as I'm concerned, sorry about this. Sorry about this, Rabbi. Hold on.
It's fine.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, still recovering from the late stream that we had yesterday. This morning, I should say.
Anyway, yeah, you missed a great stream last night. But
yeah, it looked really good. I wanted to listen to
what's going on Twitter. I'd just like to say to the people that are engaged in it and think that it's okay to engage in it. We've been trying to say to you guys, listen, if you enjoy this current era of Doctor Who, go ahead and enjoy it, right? But we're always still going to complain. Now, if you have a problem with that, that's nothing we can do about that, right? You clearly have issues, as Rabbi said. Go and get the help that you need, because some of you clearly do need help, all right? I'm picking on Rabbi now because I blocked some of you, so he's picking on other people. Well, I've unblocked you now.
Okay,
Anyway, I'll just make one thing clear. I will find out who you are. Trust me, I will find out who you are.
It's fine. It gave me content. It was fun to talk about, and it's fine.
You're grand. You're all right, but I'm not. I'm upset.
Okay, you guys, I'm fine here.
Right? So if I want to, that's what I'm going to do. I'll find out who you are, right? And I'm going to present the evidence to the police. You're not getting away with this anymore. How dare you say the things that you said about Rabbi or me? And by the way,
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel.
The thing about Daniel was that.
Oh my God.
Daniel, right?
I've got the hoo-ha over Paris, and then they go and do that.
One of the nicest people in this fandom, and some idiot out there, right? I'm after finding out what was said. Vile piece of shit, whoever you are, right? Again, picking on Daniel because he associates with certain people in this fandom. How dare you? Don't be judging people because they associate with certain people because you don't like them. If you don't like me, Rabbi Lee, or anybody else out there, you don't go after people that associate with us because you can't get to them.
They do. It's who they are.
I'm telling you one thing now. I've unblocked you, right? Come after me. I'm telling you, I want you to. I want you to come after me.
No, pardon me. I want to know, what do you think my theory that this is the same guy, right?
And that's an activist fella. Just want to say something to you as well. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth, you fucking piece of vile shit. You bullied a woman offline. You're on fucking Twitter thinking that you're this fucking rain and shine of light, thinking that you're fucking perfect with. Sorry.
Okay.
When you went around bullying a woman, shut your mouth. You do not have the right to come out with half of the crap you come out with as well. All right? So shut your mouth. I'm going to unblock you as well, and I'm going to find you as well. You're getting it as well.
But no, you've got to keep in mind. I think he's mentally ill.
I'm going to make you our lives a living hell on Twitter now. I'm coming after the lot of yous.
But no, you got to keep in mind. He's probably not mentally well. I mean, honestly, I think he is.
I don't care. I'm not mentally well. None of us are mentally well, right? I'm not mentally well either from all the abuse I've been getting.
But he's really like
anymore. Don't care.
Okay,
they can say
no.
Tyrese, I'll say something to you as well, by the way. Tyrese, a fellow person that's disabled out there and is being slagged off. I didn't see a fucking stand up.
Yeah.
He's blowing the microphone.
I was like, well, I think Teddy had enough. Teddy was like, that's it.
Or anybody else. I'm done anyway. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. But John White, just to let you know, again, one last time, I don't want that to do with you. Stop texting people about me. They don't believe you anyway, right? And this fucking whole PDF thing that you have, post it up for everybody to see and let everybody make up their own mind. I haven't ruined your campaign. You're a racist, vile piece of shit. That's what you are, and that's why I had nothing to do with you. All right? So fuck off. And if you keep her out, I swear to God, John, you're a grown man anyway, right? I will be over in England soon when this madness is over. And we'll meet face to face. And I'm going to see if you say any of those things to me face, you little twat, right? You come on to Matrix Lord, and you fucking chicken dog. Don't start me, right? Don't start me. And all you other idiots out there as well, listen clearly, right? You come after any of us again or anybody I'm friends with, I am going to make your life a living hell. You are not going to get a word in edgeways. All right? I am done messing with you pieces of shit. Right? We are entitled to our opinions. Right? So back the fuck down. Because if you don't, what we're going to do is do you know what? I don't set up sock accounts and I never will. But I'll tell you one thing. You will know that the Tarda zone's around because I'll be on your faces. Every single one of you. I'll be on. I'll tell you, I'm not on. You've really upset me today, especially over Daniel. Right, and Rabbi, to call Rabbi, and I did see that comment the other day when you called them anti-Semitic. What the fuck are you talking about? You're trying to educate a Jewish man that lives in Israel about Israel. You haven't got a clue. Do you know what you should do? Take your fucking head out your fucking ass, educate yourself, yeah? And go and get the help that you fucking need. Because every single fucking one of you are fucking mentally deranged. You have this warped vision of society that isn't reflective of the whole fucking world, right? So shut the fuck up. And leave him alone. And leave me friends alone. I'm seriously, leave my friends alone. If you want to come after me, come after me. But don't be, this is how the well, I've unblocked you now, so come back after me. Come back after me.
No, it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. I told them, I added them, so it's fair enough.
They won't come on. They won't come on.
I started with them. That's totally fine.
If they're listening, come on. Have the balls to actually come on. Right?
Oh, they're going to. And again.
And Dr. Bill, I want to say fair play to you for coming on, mate. You're the only one from the so-called other side that had the decency to come on and actually have a nice discussion.
I had a really nice chat with that.
We want it back, by the way. We want me to get back.
We stayed behind after the stream, and I spoke to him for about an hour myself, but then Lee ended up speaking to him for about 2 or 3 hours after that, right? And then it's not representative of what people really think, and you all need to take a step back. So even he has said it, right? And he probably gets stick off you for that. But he's right. You need to take a step back. You need to understand that Twitter isn't the world, right? And that when someone puts up an opinion on Twitter, you're only getting a small, minute second snippet of what that person thinks. You're not getting the whole
joke. If it's a joke, it's mainly jokes they don't like.
It's funny that they mock you for having a sense of humor.
Right, here's one for you. The world's come to an end, yeah? Right? And there's a coconut tree, and there's Jodie Whittaker, right? And I'm the last man on the planet, right? And I have
that tree's got a good scene too.
Right? I could save the human race by doing Whittaker.
More than she ever did.
I can go and get myself a coconut. I'd rather screw a fucking coconut and let the fucking human race die. Because if you're what we're now, I'd rather us fucking. I agree with your choice. End because idiots like you. Because I don't want to be in this world with you idiots, right? Especially when I get older. We're screwed if yous get yous away. So no, we're fighting back, and we're going to continue to fight back against all of this.
That's the reason they are out of control in America as well. You know the reason they're going crazy in America? They can't stop themselves, and they know it's going to cause the election result they don't want. They know that's going to happen, but they can't stop themselves, and so they're doing it more because they know
their true colours. They're only showing their true colours.
Look, okay, this is my message to Black America. Black America, you can become the most powerful political group in America permanently, forever, right? You can completely own politics by voting Republican this year. You know why? Because that point, your vote's in play. And you only got to do it one time. And Trump had your back a lot of the way, right? Vote Republican 1 year, one time. And the Democrats and the Republicans both got to work for your vote. Make them both work for it. And the only way the Democrats ever are is if you let the Republicans win one time. You could own politics forever. You could. They've all got, because they nobody can win without you. This is the thing. No one can win without the black vote. And yeah, that's why there's a disaster that there's so many. That's why it's a disaster. So much of the black America is becoming affluent, and it has become.
The Democrats were the party of slave owners anyway. They were the ones who created the KKK.
Hey, listen, lads, we got a comment from the wife, and it says Daniel is an international treasure and must be protected at all costs.
Damn right.
Yeah, and I agree. And I've said to the wife as well, right? Out of all of them, this is the one guy that I will do anything for.
Do not come after Daniel.
Do not come after Daniel. You come after Daniel. I'm just letting you know now. You come after him, you've marked yourself.
You'll make an enemy out of me too.
Right, you make an enemy out of me. By the way, Daniel hasn't been around, and now I've sussed why he hasn't been around, because he hasn't been really around that much. And now I know why. And do you know what? If I hadn't known that happened, I would have fucking went crazy about this.
Yeah, I was just so shocked. I was like, it takes a while for it to sink in.
Yeah,
right? It really does. No. Let me just go through the chat quickly and say hello to people. Right? I'm just gonna. Nobody to get any comments. I'm just gonna say hello. Fine. I'm gonna say hello to you. No, you're here. Time Mechanic, how are you? Cyberleader 60, Andy Cyberleader 65. Where are the other 64?
Where's the 69?
There's a 69. I tell you,
it comes after 68.
All right, yeah.
My relationship with the 69 is this. I really like the 6. Okay, the 6 is awesome. 6 is fantastic. The 9, fair. I can take it or leave it. I'll do the 9.
I heard they called you sexist as well. I heard they called you sexist, and I loved your reply. Yeah, I'm sexist. Yeah. I love having sex with women. Oh, I thought that was great. That was great.
I can't fake that.
Can you imagine going to a house party with these people?
This sexist line that gets thrown out there by the other side as well.
Well, they've only got so many. They've only got so many they can turn to. I mean, they couldn't get away with calling me a homophobe, so they went with racist instead. So they've got a limited vocabulary.
So hang on then. How would this work, right? Say, Lee, you were all right. You're obviously gay, right? But imagine if you were...
not obviously. I mean, come on.
Imagine you are black. Right? Imagine you are black as well, right? Because you imagine they wouldn't be able to call you a racist or homophobe. I wonder what they'd call you then if you had the same...
Sexist.
You are black.
No, they couldn't say anything, because then that would be their white privilege.
Exactly. So this is what I'm trying...
But then again, I'd be the wrong kind of black gay guy, and that would be okay.
It's obviously let
me keep going through the chat because a couple more people want to get to. 1 second. Disaster area, how are you doing? A Dedja outlaw. What's a Dedja? Well, you're an outlaw. How are you, sir? Who else we got here in the chat? Bobby D, how you doing? Raymond O'Reilly, how you doing, mate? Darren morning. Well, what?
I said, hey, Ray. Nice to see Ray. Ray is a great guy as well.
A big shout out to the wife Cheryl as well. Don't forget Cheryl.
There's a permanent shout out to the wife.
Yeah, Cheryl's in the chat. Fair play to her. Hey, Cheryl.
Pop Culture Video, how you doing? Dan, how you doing if you're still here?
Poor TARDIS time is really...
Yeah, TARDIS time. Sadako 24, Matthew Pounder, and David Inkley as well.
Okay, yeah, you got them Geek Unions here.
Hello, Geek Union. We'll see you the weekend.
What?
We'll see him the weekend for the watch along.
Exactly, indeed. I sent you the trailer, didn't I? For
you did. I'm about to throw that up today. The trailer for but I've threw the Arc one up already. Yeah.
Jamie Tipton, how you doing, mate? Is there anybody else here? Leland Gaunt. Leland Gaunt. That's a really good name.
Yeah,
Leland sound like an agent. Leland Gaunt.
Like a comic book character.
Thomas Dalton, how you doing? Thomas Time, Matthew Pounder. We said hello there. And we're nearly there. Tread light.
Sadako 24.
Yeah,
Sadako 24. You're doing. David Enke, how you doing? You are a winner. I'm hoping to get the packages out this week. I'm still got one more day to go.
Okay. Last week.
That was terrible. How you doing, mate?
Okay,
comfort, not for speed. That's what I can tell you. If my wife doesn't remember something, then it's not going to happen, right? And then I've been trying. Like last time we went out, I asked her to get it, and she forgot. So she'll go out again soon. We don't go.
That's it. Blame the wife. I see what you're doing.
No, it's my fault for taking mine.
You might know this because you buy the animations. Someone wants to know, is Fury from the Deep animation out yet?
No, that's another 3 weeks.
There was a delay, wasn't it? There was a delay, I think. So, yeah.
But yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Trevor Feelgood, I'm glad you are. Coy Black Belt, how you doing, mate? I got very excited then, didn't I? Chris Bernard, I think I've got everybody. Okay, if I missed you, sorry. Just at me in the chat, and I will get you before we leave. Oh, you can sleep. Okay, that'll get my attention.
we were. I was going to add you last night, but I knew you'd be asleep. But we had a great stream last night with Comic Division. Father Miller, the Nerd Father, I should say, popped in and Lee. And it was great. We watched all the trailers. We kind of did a whole what we liked about them and what we didn't. And then
what trailers are we talking about?
The DC trailers and the Marvel trailers for the upcoming movies. The Suicide Squad, the Batman trailer.
This was trailer out yet? I didn't think they had the trailer out yet.
It's a teaser, yeah. It's what they threw out on the fandom. It's not an actual trailer, but it shows all the characters that are going to be appearing in.
Yeah, I saw that. I like the Justice League trailer. That's going to be a 4-hour. I'm so up for that.
There was also Black Adam as well. We watched that trailer.
Yeah, that was interesting. You know,
that was interesting. Yeah. Yeah,
it's definitely a lockdown trailer, that one.
But the film I'm looking forward to most, as I said last night, now not everybody was in agreement with me on the panel last night, but the movie that I'm most optimistic about is actually the Batman. No, the Batman movie, out the DC one. But
that looks like it's going to be okay. It doesn't look like it's going to be very Batman-y. Okay, the movie.
I'm more excited about Black Adam.
Well, keep it to yourself, baby.
He's got pointy ears.
Hang on to. And I'm gutted that we're not going to get it in Israel. Probably is Tenet. I really want to see Tenet.
Why won't you get that in Israel?
Because the cinemas aren't open.
The UK's getting it before the States, isn't it?
Yeah. For a change.
Now they know how it feels.
But that's the thing. I was saying this because someone was saying it was unfair. Well, that has literally happened to us on this side of the wall for the last bloody ever.
We're going to get spoilers. Oh, now you know how it feels. Yeah.
Don't worry, I won't spoil the movie.
We've been dealing with that for decades.
Yeah, I won't spoil the movie for you. So I'll just give away the ending. That's all. That's all.
Especially
if download quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, because come on, let me watch the bloody thing. I really want to see it. Looks like it's going to be really good. I mean, I really want to see it in a cinema. To be honest with you,
I know. Yeah, I agree. That looks like a movie.
It's a real cinema movie, right? I really want to see
movie. It's not going to be. It's. I mean, if they obviously it is going to be released in the cinema, which is a good thing because if they had not and streamed it instead, I don't think it would. Don't think it would work. There's certain movies like Gladiator as well. I remember seeing that in the cinema, and then I watched it. It wasn't the same. It's not the same. Those big kind of style movies like this Tenet movie, they have to be seen on the screen.
Right.
And yeah, I agree. Listen, I don't know whether I'll go to a cinema or not because it all depends how they do it. In Ireland, we seem to be very lackadaisy with everything. Like people will be told to wear masks. They literally go in, put the mask on. As soon as everybody leaves the people that run the cinema. Everybody will take that mask.
So, when the lights go down, your mask is coming off. I mean,
I know, that's what I mean.
You can't sit through a movie with a mask on. I mean, you die from carbon dioxide poisoning.
Yeah, James Gibson's saying that you're hoping them do movies, but so am I. I think it probably is. I like everything else this director's done, but nobody else does. Like, I like Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, but it's so boring. Oh, God. It was so boring.
So the thing is, again, most of these things I just watch in bits now when I watch it again. Because everything's designed to be watched like a mini-series now. Like, everything is supposed to be that. And you can tell. I think
everything's made for people with ADHD these days, because everything just seems to, like, I don't know. Look, Blade Runner, it was just incoherent nonsense. It was just like, oh, God, no, give me the original any day. The second one.
I would have got incoherent nonsense.
Oh, it was. It was like, but I mean, it was incoherent babble. I mean, it's like the sort of mumbling, for crying out loud. And then you've got like,
see, I liked a lot of
You've got that twist at the end, which was so you can see it a mile away. You know, it's so obvious.
By the way,
I like basically all of it. I liked the K. What's his name? I thought he was good. I always liked that actor, by the way. What's his name again? I mean, I love Drive. Drive is a great movie. You ever seen Drive?
No.
Is that the?
Oh, we got more time with you. That's a great movie. That's a really good movie.
I have seen. If it's the one that I'm thinking about, I think I have seen Drive.
He's the stunt driver and also a getaway car guy.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. It's
freaking good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie actually, and I'm not really into movies like that, but yeah, I agree. But here, there is some Doctor Who news.
Right, there is. There's two bits that I know.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the same, so I'll just give you mine. So apparently, two more stories on the verge of being animated is a headline that was from. Actually, it went all over our heads. It's not the fake. Now, it's not the fake article that's been going around. I did put a video up that said that 7 stories were found.
No.
That was fake. That was fake. Philip Morris came out and said it was fake, so I took the video down. But there is an article from a genuine news source that says that two more stories are going to be animated. Now, but when it was announced that they were going to be doing animations, I actually even said this at the time, and I'm actually starting to believe it now. I honestly believe that BBC actually have all of the missing stories, and they're gonna animate them all. I think they already have them, and I think they've had them for a long time. And I think the reason why we see them now is because they're so low on money. They need money, and that's why we're getting. This is the only reason why we're getting this is because they need to.
No, I disagree. I disagree. They're getting them because it's financially. But here's something I heard. I'm not sure if you guys heard it. It explains a lot. Somebody told me in a comment. That there are 2 factions at war in the BBC. There's BBC Wales and BBC Studios. So something else I want to add to this. So BBC Studios is like the commercial arm, and they're actually a much more important part of the BBC now. And there's
I actually spoke about this a few months ago. See, this is what annoys me. I already brought this up a few months ago about there's 2 sides, 2 factions fighting with each other. But nobody seems to take me seriously. And then when it does eventually come out from a bigger YouTuber, they take it seriously. I said this 2 months ago, right? There's 2 factions inside. And by the way, actually, I'll go further and even say that Stephen Moffat and RTD's companies also are interested in taking over Doctor Who. And Big Finish has also been mentioned as well. I've spoke about this months ago, but nobody seems to. When I bring it up, nobody.
Okay. So the 2 factors that I know about are, as I said, BBC Wales. They love the Jodie. They love the direction. They love everything about it, and they don't have to worry that it doesn't get ratings. They've already paid up front from HBO.
They got their dirty money from China as well.
Yeah, and China. For them, it's a total success. It's paid for itself already. It's a platform for their very important agenda. The outgoing what's his name? And Lord Levy. Yeah. Whatever, the outgoing guy said it was the BBC's job to a couple of things. He said it's a BBC's job. BBC was the moral backbone of Britain. It was like something along those lines. Yeah, and that basically, he also said we shouldn't be calling it a TV license anymore. We should call it we make it a house tax.
Yeah.
Fuck
it
off.
I know, that's how they'll get away with it. That's how they'll get away with it.
Yeah, that's how they always work. If you notice, they always couch things in a new language to make it sound nice and friendly. Bullshit.
Don't you remember that press release they put out in '89 for like every year for like about 3-4 years that they don't want to bring back Doctor Who while it's languishing in the backwaters of audience popularity. They use that line over and over again, right? It was just like
new regime now, though, isn't it? It's all common purpose acolytes.
Yeah, well, no. So this is interesting. The new the BBC is doing terribly, right? BBC right now, because they've alienated so many of the British public, they lost $300 million a year through license fees for people to fund the BBC.
I spoke about that as well a few months back.
And they've also lost money from the EU as well since we left the EU.
The BBC studios though done incredibly well. They made like 10 billion this year. They're doing it. So BBC studios are much more powerful within the organization now. That's why the new director general is the head of BBC Studios. Because the BBC...
Yeah, BBC Studios, but I want to make a point clear. BBC Studios might be making money, yes. But if you look at the IPs like Doctor Who and the IPs like Top Gear, they're not making money. It's the other stuff that they're making money on.
Doctor Who we can talk about, right? Doctor Who has been pulling in two directions very clearly recently. We got Time Lord Victorious. We got Out of Time. Yeah. We got like, cover of Doctor Who magazine, no mention of the current era, right? We got that stuff. Okay, that's BBC Studios. That's what they're pushing, all of that. And we got Jodie not being pushed at all by BBC World because they got no.
Yeah,
they're stuck. They're stuck now. So, and we got this is just, I don't know where he's going to fall, the new director general. But this could be a massive, real change. Oh, you're just sharing something.
Well, they're rolling out that £1 million of common purpose diversity training.
Yeah, they're also funding more money. We put a 48 second. Oh yeah, Rabbi, did you see the 48-second video by the BBC saying what the BBC is all about?
No, I didn't see that.
Activism,
basically. Oh, I put it up on the Twitter. I put it up last night. It's funny. You should check it out. I'll see if I can get it.
Was it the thing about inclusiveness?
Yes, diversity.
Yeah. We talked about that were you here? I think we talked about it on my last stream. Yeah, we did. We spent a lot of time talking about it.
We did. Right, so there you go. Do you want to read this, Rabbi, or will I read it out for you?
You go ahead, read it. I can't read Digital Spy without vomiting.
Okay, so it says, Doctor Who will see 2 more classic stories revived by the BBC. Missing Patrick Troughton episodes are going animated. Okay.
That's a bit weird grammar there.
Weird way of putting it, yeah. Doctor Who fans will soon be treated to 2 of the show's lost stories from the 1960s in a brand new format. The episodes won't be shown in their original form, but the 1967 stories, The Evil of the Daleks and The Abominable Snowmen, are due to be revived in animation form instead, reports. Well, that's nothing new. I mean, why do you make it?
No, that is new. They're 2 big ones, because if they're doing Abominable Snowman, my guess is they'll also throw in the missing episode from Web of Fear.
All right. Well, this is the original. Sorry, Rabbi. Go ahead.
Like what? Why wouldn't you throw in that? Well, I reckon they're going to. And Evil of the Daleks makes sense. So, but here's the question though: who's animating them? Because we've got 2 different studios. We've had one that's been doing them so far, and then we got the Big Finish, is basically from Australia. They're doing Fury from the Deep, and we haven't seen that yet. Well, I think it's going to be okay.
I think Fury the Deep would be fine. Yeah, I mean, I
they're very different styles.
Yeah,
so I meant to say 100 million on diversity training.
Yeah, so the original takes of the episode, Patrick Troughton. So we know that. So they deleted them with no full copies of the original episodes found. The BBC has commissioned animation teams to bring them blah blah blah. Over 100 Doctor Who episodes from its early days went missing as a result. We know all of that. So, but does it say anything? Right. So the latest animated episodes are they're expected to arrive in 2021. A new Doctor Who story written this year managed to provide a clever in-universe explanation for why fans can't watch those missing episodes featuring the first and second Doctors, with writer Pete McNeil addressing the issue in Press Play.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, well, so the story features what?
Oh no!
The story features Jodie Whittaker's Doctor being surprised by a hologram.
Forget that.
Yeah, they had to throw her in though, didn't they?
Digital spy. They got to bring that in. Who cares? And then there's because they bring that in because they have to talk about Time Lord Victorious, and so they can't can't admit that it's doing. They're like a J-bot. They can't admit something's not doing well. Do you see that bonkers guy? He put this tweet up saying like Doctor Who's not failing merchandise. We don't know how merchandise is selling. We don't know. The average is higher.
Citation.
Yeah, and everything's cited wrong.
There's been plenty of YouTubers that actually are knowledgeable about the merch and how sales work, have actually done videos on them. The problem with the other side is they never actually go and seek those videos out because they want everything handed to them, like in life and in society. They just want everything handed to them. Listen, if you are too lazy to go and do the research, I suggest that you shut the fuck up about what we talk about. I'm not saying because we're older fans we're more knowledgeable, but
we are.
Logically speaking,
we're not more knowledgeable. You're just really dumb.
Sales are down.
That's what it is.
And gospel, because they are down. And to even prove it even further, Emily Cook herself and Ben Cook, check it out, put up a tweet begging people to buy the Doctor Who magazine. It's part of merchandise, by the way.
That's the actual figure that's out there. Doctor Who magazine circulation was down to in December was 16,400.
I know.
Right?
I put the figures up a few months back. I have them up on my Twitter account. Now I will say I want to make this point clear because I made it clear at the time, right? Because the Jodie bots will say, "Oh, but it was already down. It was already losing subscribers." Yeah, you're right. It was under Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith. It was losing subscribers. The problem is, though, is when you get to Jodie Whittaker's era, it completely bottoms out. It was a slow decline under those two. This era.
Actually, I have to say, under Matt Smith, it reached its peak.
Well, it reached its peak as the 50th, but after the 50th, it actually started.
That's the last. That's the last issue I bought.
And its peak, it had 25,000 a month.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
How it kind of flatlined at about 20 a month. It went down to 20, stay steady there. And so then when Jodie, it went down another 4,000.
It did. And
that's before the pandemic.
Yeah, and that's the facts, right? So don't use the pandemic as an excuse either, because you can order this magazine online. And by the way, most of the shopping centres, the shops, have been open because we need food. And supermarkets, and you buy the Doctor Who magazine there as well. So there has been no excuse. I'm sorry, not for the numbers to drop in numbers. The reason why the numbers have dropped, it's not just got to do with Jodie, it's got to do with the whole era, right? Nobody likes this current era Doctor Who, and what we keep telling you fans, well, I call you fans, but what we keep telling you people is that the whole of the Doctor Who fandom isn't on Twitter, unfortunately. And, you know, as Rabbi has correctly pointed out, 7 million households have walked away, right? So explain that to me, and if you can come up with the answer to that.
This is how they explain it. They'll say they've walked away because it's too awesome. It's too good for them. Let me ask you: have you guys seen this thing? There's just been. I haven't seen it before. It's a trailer for the Time Lord Victorious book. Shall we watch it together?
Yeah, come on.
Let's.
Yeah, why not? Because
I mean, look at the way that arch is going up his nose. I mean, serious. Well, on his nose, but I mean, that's really bad.
We kind of lost all excitement for this. So let's see if this is Jackson.
Did you see my thumbnail?
Yeah, I have seen it. You just, yeah. By the way, you get criticised for your thumbnails a lot on Twitter as well. You've noticed
I know. It makes them crazy.
They're just jealous because theirs look shit.
The thumbnails that he puts up,
Yeah, I'm going to open this in YouTube, see if I can get it working there.
What's going on? Yeah, listen, this was happening to us last night. It's on high def. You have to actually lower it down to 360 ratio or something, and it'll work. Around with YouTube.
Or 750.
Or 720, yeah. Or
720, I mean.
Yeah, don't have it on high def. It won't work.
Okay, down to 720 and
Sure, it's a cartoon thing, so you could even do it at 360 and get away with it.
It won't be it'll be like some After Effects that they've done on the comic panels, and it's going to be just artwork.
I
think it's for the book, not the comic.
Oh, okay. That's hopeful.
So apparently there's another tweet along of.
There you go. 1 second.
Oh, here it is.
Oh God. Looks like the guy from Gimme Gimme Gimme. Anus Mouth.
All right, this is just all the artwork that we've already seen.
Yeah. It's After Effects. That's a the dodgy Daleks with their big heads.
Well, in fairness, at the time, Lee, you thought the Daleks were okay.
No, I never said they were okay. Not once did I say they were. Tenet looks nothing like.
Daleks. Sorry, it was a different story. Sorry, you're right. It wasn't these Daleks.
That looks a bit like him. That's the only thing that looks like David Tennant remotely.
Right, in fairness, though, looking at this, would this make you want to buy it?
No. It makes me go out and burn stuff down to the ground and join in the riots.
Right. Jodie Hauser, I will mention, and I have said this and I will defend her. When it has came to the writing of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, this woman seems to understand how a female and there she is on the screen. Yeah. I mean, look.
When I see the others looked like.
You see, I don't understand why it's a good thing. No, it's like saying, you have somebody you're expecting this beautiful dish, like someone's bringing. It's got a dome on it. They bring it over, they put it out, and it's a piece of shit with like flies buzzing around it, right? and instead of it being like this delicious, beautiful thing. And so let's say somebody is able to present that shit in the best way possible, in the way that shit should really understand that shit. And I put the flies.
It's got bits of tissue paper stuck to it.
It's it's not an impressive feat to me. Wow, I got a super chat. I didn't even notice.
Kit Ellis. It's probably a unicorn.
It's a thumb down. It's a thumb down saying nope.
Oh, is it? Well, I'll be honest. I knew this would happen with Time Lord Victorious, especially. It's died down. Nobody gives a crap. But I want to ask you now, because it has been a few weeks, Rabbi. Are you still excited for the Christopher Eccleston thing now, or has the excitement gone away?
I'm in the same place until I hear any details.
Okay. See, it's very interesting, I have to say. A lot of people have lost complete interest in Tennant, but people are still
saturating the market with him.
Eccleston, everybody's waiting for Eccleston.
Okay, that's a great segue. What do we all think of Out of Time 1?
I like the banter.
What?
Yeah,
you sent it to me. I haven't listened to it yet. You told me that oh, Jesus.
Let me bloody talk about it.
And you can talk about listen, do me a favor. We're going to talk about no spoilers now, right? Don't spoil it.
Well, you know, go away for a few minutes.
No.
Okay. There's not much later. I won't talk about any plot specifics. I will say that I found it underwhelming. It was, if it didn't have Tennant and Tom Baker in it, it'd be completely useless, right?
If it went on longer, it was too short.
Exactly.
For what it was.
It should have been a 3-disc release, and it should have actually meant something. This felt like throwaway, right? And it was great hearing them together.
Brilliant! The dialogue was great between the two of them,
and they bounced off each other beautifully. which I wasn't sure how they would get along. That is great.
Oh, Tom totally outclassed him, though. I have to say.
Yeah, I can't.
Good old Tom.
Definitely can't argue. But it really worked. The story wasn't bad. There wasn't anything wrong with anything in it. Again, but without them in it, imagine it was like two other people in it. Like you'll be like, yeah, who cares? It was inconsequential.
It was a bit of fluff, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And
all that glitters is not gold.
They should have made it epic, and it could have been as well because the setting was epic. The Daleks was there. Everything. It should have been a 3-disc set.
Tell me something though. Was there chemistry between Tennant and Baker's doctors? Yeah.
It's sizzling.
Matrix Lord is here. Just sent you a message. I don't know. I just sent you a message. Say he was in the chat anyway.
Okay.
Does he want to come on?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, do you want to come?
Tell me in the chat if you want to come on. I'll send you a link. Okay? Can you everybody just keep watch the chat?
So, but here's the thing: is it worth going out and buying Rabbi? And is it that bad?
Yeah,
I mean, compared to what most Big Finish that you've listened to lately, is it bad?
Yeah, Matrix Lord says
We just sent him the thing. It's inconsequential.
Right. See, I've seen another review, and someone, Eddie Ezquerra, actually put up a review of it, and he says it's awesome.
It should be awesome.
Right.
I my first take on it, and Rabbi heard me talk about this, was I really loved it, but then I was thinking about it, it's like, it was really short. And
How long is it on for? How long is it even on for?
It went like so fast. Yeah, but it was like it should have gone on for at least 3 discs.
Matrix Lord, I just sent you via a Facebook, okay?
Do you think Big Finish is kind of over it? I said this to you the other day, right? They seem to have, they're doing Time Lord Victorious, right? And then they're doing other stuff with David on Big Finish as well. Then they're doing Tom Baker. Now we've got Christopher Eccleston. We've got Paul McGann as well. Do you not think that they're doing, I know they probably have done a lot of stuff and release it, but do you not think they're all, especially with stuff that they're doing now, bringing back Eccleston and all, and doing this Time Lord Victor, do you not think they've probably overextended themselves and they're doing too much and they should have concentrated on one
quality, maybe more quality than quantity?
Well, let's look at their...
Also, the cast... Also, the cast was quite weak. There was the supporting cast kind of disappeared into the background.
There weren't many of them. So let's have a look, see if they're diversifying too much. But this month has not been a great month. Thin Time Mancoat was okay. This was awful. This was disposable. And it shouldn't be. So this has been an ongoing thing. This I'm looking forward to because Jake Dubman's doing the Ninth Doctor. And it's before the Ninth Doctor signed. So then they got the this one, this is a monthly release. And they also got this guy. Yeah, so this is kind of a full month.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting that, but I've got too much to listen to.
I know what you mean.
Oh, if it's anything to do with the TV series Dracula, no.
Interesting question. I don't know if it's been brought up before, but now that Eccleston is actually back doing Big Finish, what do you reckon? Any hope for the 60th? Do you think some people are suggesting that just because he's doing Big Finish doesn't necessarily mean he's actually going to do the 60th? But what do you think? Do you think he'll do the 60th now?
If the environment is right, he would. I think he's in a place where he could do it. Thank you so much. Unknown29 sent me a sticker. If the environment was right, I think he would do it. I don't think the environment's going to be right. I think with Cardiff, listen, it's really possible right now. It's not a stretch at all that this whole Land of Hope and Glory thing is the thing that's going to end the BBC. The BBC could be hitting.
I heard about this. Yeah, it's like what the hell?
What?
Well, apparently, if you sing the song, you're a racist, Lee.
Yeah, right. Tell that to the people who go to the proms every year. Really. Hello.
What's up?
Well, that's an interesting thing. This is the only way they can do this. Is they're not? It's the only time people aren't paying to go to the proms. Nobody will pay to go to the last night proms.
Didn't go to number 1 in the charts now.
Hello, everybody. The great non-doctor, Lawrence Fox. How are you doing, sir?
What's going on, man? What's with all the David Tennant here, David Tennant there, David Tennant with the 5th, the 6th, your mom, himself.
David Tennant is stuck at home. David Tennant can't go out to work.
David Tennant is promoting Doctor Who, and
David Tennant's raking it in. Yeah.
It's like the only work he can really do, and it's good for. He likes it. It's good for Big Finish. It's good for his friends, and he just has the schedule. That's why they're choking him. Although again,
they're using him like to just save the merchandise, save the marketing for the show, and everything. I mean, he's got the series.
He's a one-man band.
Right, the Tom Baker thing became a series, right? So now he's going to be with the 5th, the 6th, and they'll probably do it with the 7th, right? Then he's got his actual seasons, which the next one's River Song, right?
Right.
Then they pair him in the comics with Jodie because they can't put her by herself.
Exactly.
Which is driving people insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennant is everywhere.
Here, Matrix Lord, just to ask you, because news has been a bit light lately with, the source information that we get and stuff. Have you heard anything?
Somebody from, I'm not going to mention any names, from some type of base had said some nonsense about Series 13 being cut, which is totally bogus.
I don't think how they can do that. I don't think how they can cut it. They've already got the money. They've got refunds.
But is this money investment money? Don't they have to pay it back somehow? Doesn't it have to pay for itself?
No idea how the financials work.
I don't know how it works.
No one gets free money like that.
No, but they're getting money. But I think all they have to do, I think, BBC is just produce Doctor Who. And once
but I think they have to. What was it? I want to ask Matrix Lord. What do you think to the? We just lost him. Yeah. I wanted to ask him what, because we do get very conflicting rumors from him. We get very conflicting rumors.
You're
back. You're back.
He's saying Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall is
right.
For 2 years.
Let me explain the X thing for a second.
Kill Noel.
Let me explain the HBO Max thing for a second, because HBO Max is HBO Max, right? They're a new streaming service thing that they want content. So they are throwing money everywhere just to have something there. Because they know with Disney Plus did not have enough stuff when they started. Yeah. And once The Mandalorian was done, everybody jumped Disney Plus. And then they relied on all these Marvel things that are all delayed now. Yeah. So the only thing Disney Plus really has is Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, Mandalorian this, Mandalorian that. Everything else is delayed. Everything that they have is delayed. Right. They had to throw Mulan in there, which pissed off people that made Mulan. It's like the movie is like hundreds of millions of dollars to make.
Well, the only reason they could throw Mulan in is because they didn't do it in China, which was the primary market.
Yeah.
All the cinemas.
The actress also pissed off the whole entire Disney and everything, where she started talking about the police in China and this and that. And so here it is that HBO Max is like, look, we want Doctor Who, right? So it doesn't. They gave the BBC money. BBC's laughing. They're happy because the ratings are in the toilets. But this company wants their
product.
Stop! Yeah. They want the crap. So they took the crap. They're like, let's spray some Febreze on it. Let's shine it real nice. Let's put a bow on it. Here you go, HBO Max. And they're like, we want a couple of series of it. They're like, okay. Hell yeah. So how could you cancel a show that's bringing you money? You don't. They're like, TV.
It's not just bringing the money. They already have the money.
Yeah, they have the money already. Yeah.
They can't not make it.
Exactly.
Right, but they were losing money though because they weren't making money with the merchandise, with this, with that. Nobody's buying the crap that they're attaching it to. Like,
plus they're
how many
spending money on. Plus,
how many Jody Whittaker figures do you need
during this time? They're also spending money on people's wages that are on contract. Right. So they have to keep paying these people as well. So that's coming out of that budget.
How many? Well, if you go to,
and
if
it's
you're
going
a
to be
kid,
twice as expensive to film. If they're going to,
you got to be a kid and you got to think. Okay, where are the villains in the box of the toys? You got Jody with goggles on, Jody with this, Jody this. Okay, where's the villains? They never waited.
One. They never
it took them forever to put a Jejune in there. Like, I mean, I know
there's no money in it.
Then they did. Did you see the thing that they did?
Molds, you know.
They repainted a 10th Doctor figure as Jody, and it wasn't even a woman figure. I had that video of that. It was a Christmas ornament.
Okay, Matrix Law. Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Painted a David Tennant doll to look like Jody Whittaker.
They painted a Christmas ornament you hang on your tree. David Tennant, and they made it Jody, and it looked terrible.
Oh, for God's sake. They won't make the merchandise because our merchandise, listen, whether they like it or not, the merchandise for this current era is not selling as well.
It's going to end up floating in the ocean, baby, and it's going to be like, well, didn't you preach to us about that?
There's a thing where the person that's making this stuff, right, has to make a conscious decision that there's nothing appealing in the show, so they need to make something else. Just like they did that time when they made these fake toys that was a TARDIS vortex manipulator weird thing. Remember they made like these fake things that never existed with Doctor Who because they were trying to make things interesting, so they were doing these toys. There was a TARDIS weird vortex thing. Remember that? They were doing just making up shit after a while, right? But they didn't do that with her because she was like, no. You can't do anything.
1 second. Matrix, let me ask you. I have a theory. No way to prove it. I have no idea. But they paid for the molds for the Yaz Graham and what's the other one? Ryan.
Ryan,
I bet they paid for the molds, and I think they also subsidized that big thing, the big one. What's it called again? Big Chief Studios one, because that wasn't making it in their. So
one of the molds.
They paid for those molds.
One of the molds looks like the guy that walks out of the house with his tallywagger hanging out from Silence of the Lambs. Remember that guy? Remember that? And that looks like a Jody figure. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, that's my. I just don't. I don't think these things are financially viable.
Here's the problem. Chibnall is a control freak.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So Chris Chibnall like Doctor Who Magazine's like, all right, here we're coming to get the latest scoop. He's like, nope, I'm not giving you anything. They're like, what do you mean? We're Doctor Who Magazine. Nope, you're not my friend. I talk to Radio Times and I'll talk to you. They're like, what do you mean? And he's like, all right, let's put Jody on the cover. Nope, I don't want nobody seeing anything from anything. So it's like Doctor Who Magazine's like, well, what are you talking about? Like, we are supposed to be the source, right? So they make fun of him too, because when they try to get information about series 11, 12, whatever, he gives them a sentence and they bash him in the magazine, making fun of him that he doesn't give them anything. It's terrible. So he doesn't care about Doctor Who Magazine. So he's added to that dropping like flies, like, right? When it gets released in America, it's like delayed. And it's like, we get one less than you. So I could see everything on the internet from Doctor Who Magazine and don't even need to purchase it. So he doesn't care about that either. So he doesn't care about Doctor Who Magazine. He doesn't care about marketing because these people approach him. All right, let's make a figure from, the Witchfinders. Nope. Let's make a villain of the creatures in this. Let's make the Tar people. Nope. But like, how are you going to promote the show? He's like, I don't care about promoting it. He promoted it once. When they debuted Jody, she walked down the catwalk like, hey, I'm the doctor and stuff. After that, we ain't going there. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that. It's a UK show.
No, the reason they stopped doing anything and appearing in public is because season 11 aired.
Well, they were doing a special. They didn't want to promote a special. They wanted to promote a series. That was all. They didn't want to fly them out there They don't want to waste money.
But they, ever since then, they know they can't let Jodie be in a uncontrolled environment.
Yes, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I have.
They had a whole show reveal.
Chris Chibnall got that opportunity to have his say to the showrunners. And I think fans like us do. Listen, we don't have to be nasty about it. We have problems about it, but I could tell him the problems in a nice way. But we have that right to express those opinions just like he did. And the fact that he deliberately, he is sabotaging Doctor Who magazine.
Totally.
I'm sorry. He is sabotaging everything. And if it's true what Matrix Lord said, and I will well believe it now, when he said that Chibnall had a problem with Whittaker doing that Children in Need thing for Yellow. Like
he was supposed to have Doctor Who trailer attached to that. He pulled it because he's like, I'm not going to promote this. That's promoting her for something else. So they said, we're going to use the anniversary of Doctor Who to do the trailer.
He tried to stop her from doing Yellow. That's what he tried to do, Rabbi.
She said her employees, her fellow employees, her fellow co-workers were against Yellow, right? But then when you find out Bradley Walsh, McNeil, and Ryan, they're all for it. So who's her co-workers if it's not her main co-workers? It's Chris Chibnall. Because her own people that she acts with all the time are not against it. So, do the math. Her co-workers are Chris Chibnall and the people who act with her. So they're for it and he's against it. So, and then all of a sudden you see a doctor doing coming out of the woodwork, getting all the promotion, and she looks like shit. Why is she looking like shit? Because subconsciously, when he's writing stuff, he's making her look like that. Just like Moffat was pissed at Jenna Louise Coleman, right? That she was going to leave. Capaldi, convinced her to stay. He had to take all the scripts and he had to throw them in the garbage. Okay, and then he had to rewrite it with Jenna in it. So all of a sudden, you start seeing weird shit like Clara calls up Danny Pink and he dies. Right? It's like, oh shit! You just made it like.
Remember Danny Pink?
Yeah, no, I do. Well, he was supposed to be a main thing for the next season.
Wait, who was that written for?
Danny Pink. He died. Remember?
Right.
So they made her she called him. He dies. Right? Then they start making her the next season that she's pushy, she's suicidal, she's this. They kind of made her look like crap. You know what I'm saying? Like Clara. They made her look
really unearned. That whole relationship was.
It's like they took he changed the character because he was pissed off with her. So he kind of kept.
Yeah.
So he took revenge subconsciously on her character, and then people started to be like, oh, why is she like this? That's the whole point.
Okay, one second. Let me read this. Firstly, thank you very much, Pop Culture Avenger, for the $5 super chat. Hell, Rabbi and fellow chatters, have to run or walk my dogs. Are you going to run or walk your dogs before the storm hits? Oh, I'm sorry, you got a storm coming.
Be careful. I
just want to say, I stand with all of you. We stand with you, Pop Culture Avenger. Hada! Ready to avenge pop culture. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a nice run with the dog. Lucy Meow, how are you? I just saw you, unknown 289. Sorry, I just saw you out the corner of my eye, so I thought I should say hello. And the fan says, right, but good is okay. Fine, there's a conversation I'm not involved with. Okay, listen, I'm going to be wrapping up shortly. Is there anything anybody would like to cover?
Boom! There you go.
I mean, the only thing I'm going to say is that you have an outside agency giving you money, no matter what the show does. So ratings now no longer is a factor, right? If you're if you're BBC and your thing is failing in the ratings, but these schmoes want to give you money, are you going to tell them no? No, you're going to be like, okay.
I hear what you're saying completely, but I think there's another factor as well. I think they're also happy that it's furthering their agenda, which they think is very good for Britain, even though nobody's watching it, and it's
the main factor is that it takes time for a new show to start up to pay for.
Yeah,
this is a really established show, so they took this. They took Doom Patrol. They're like, okay, put your seasons here, whatever. Here's some money, make it better, and that's what's happening. So they have other shows, but they need something that's quick. Okay, boom, let's throw it on.
I do hear. However, okay, so this is the factor though. Given that the new director general is coming in from BBC Studios, who is behind Final Victorious, behind they're pushing again the non-Jodie stuff because they know that makes money, and they're the only BBC have lost 300 million this year because of people were defunding, right? People not paying, getting rid of that. So so BBC Studios is a much more financially minded. Plus, I think the remit is for this director general to move BBC from being the current model of people paying TV license to a subscriber model, because the TV license thing I don't think is sustainable. When you have enough people saying, listen, there's just nothing on, there's nothing worth watching. You can live with that. You can watch news on another channel. Everything they used to have that people like watching is over. Yeah, I mean, some people like EastEnders. I mean, but you're getting really low amounts of people now. And so I think they're going to. So I think this remit is in the next 10 years they're going to have to move to a subscriber-based model, which means everything's got to be profitable. Which means they don't have the latitude to not care about the ratings for so long. I do think that this season has been pre-sold, unless there's something absolutely disastrous happens to the BBC very soon. There's no way they could change course.
I think he's trolling us. I think Chibnall was trolling us. I think that this is all hullabaloo. The timeless child.
Even if it is, what he's done is unforgivable. He's created such a divide within this fandom. People are losing their shit, and it's like people are being bullied, harassed, harangued, ridiculed, sent vile stuff in emails and messages and all sorts. People being rung up at all hours. All kinds of things, right? And he is solely responsible for that.
Yeah, he don't.
So he can write whatever. He can write the best series of Doctor Who that's ever been done. I don't care anymore. I don't care, because what he's done is unforgivable, and I will never forget that.
I'm honestly, the only thing I can't forgive is it's just so boring.
It's boring, and you know what? It appeals. It really does seem to appeal to the most boring people. The people who find time online to go after people like Noel and me, and so on and so forth, because they are so fucking boring. They are tedious, minuscule-brained morons.
We'll look at Series 11 for a second.
Yeah.
Series 11, we had no classic monsters, right?
Yeah.
When we heard about the New Year's Day special that the Daleks were in it, we're like, oh, yes, finally, right?
Yeah.
We're excited, right?
Yeah, and then we watched this episode.
Then Chibnall, people are talking like, so he's like, yes, monsters are going to be in the next season too, like classic monsters. Changes his whatever, But that's the point, is that now it's like you would have to to make it the rating spike, you would have to do a strong opener, right? Which you have to have some of the big wigs in it, maybe Rassilon in it, maybe, Davros in it, the Dalek. You got the Daleks again. Here we go. Bringing them back, right? We're waiting for them to come now for the special, right? Now, supposedly, they're adding stuff to it that was already done. The special's already done, but they got money to add stuff to it that they're filming in September, right? That's probably connected to the Timeless Child, because it's going to be a long time for us to wait for Series 13. So he's adding something to it for us to be like WTF moment.
Well, here's the thing, Matrix Lord, right? He can bring back whoever he wants, yeah? He could bring back the Daleks. He could bring back the Cybermen. He could bring back even the Sea Devils. He could bring back...
He'll just destroy them anyway.
At the end of the day, this is what happens, right? We don't care.
Look, he's lost me for good. I am not coming back to Doctor Who until this is gone. Until this is all resolved.
They're not. This is not what he would do to bring something back. What much more likely is you'll meet the Tom Baker's Doctor who'll pull a mask off and it's Dr. Ruth. And it was Dr. Ruth all along.
Well, he has to put it, when he finishes, he has to put it back the way it was for the next showrunner to take over.
I don't think he can do that.
He can't leave stuff in there like lasting changes that, he has to undo what he's done.
Yeah, but even if he doesn't do all of this mess, right, he's already put the fandom through hell, right? This is the problem. Even if this turns out to be a big troll Matrix Lord, which you think it is, which is fair enough, right? And even if this is, and there is a get out of jail clause with the whole master line business, he has still put the fans through the ringer, the lot with this timeless children crap. He's put them through, he's destroyed the canon. Look at nobody. Listen, this special is coming up. There has been absolutely no promotion. This special that's coming up, no promotion for it. But we don't care. Even if there is, we're not going to care. We don't care anymore.
You're not going to get anything.
I don't care if they brought Tom Baker back this time.
They're not going to give you anything about the episode until possibly November.
I know. Yeah.
Don't care.
November. Yeah.
Don't care.
They always like this. So you know that though. The 50th. I'm sorry, the 60th. You know, they promoted like shit.
Sure, I'll give you a laugh. Big Finish threw BBC America threw up a post for Battlestar Galactica, the new one, right?
Really?
Yeah. And he said, some great sci-fi. And I says, yeah, this is great sci-fi. Better than the shit you're peddling that's called Doctor Who. Look, I'm not a fan of reboots, but I've watched the first couple of episodes of new Battlestar Galactica after being told by loads to watch it.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm in agreement. That's how you reboot a franchise. That's how you do it, right? And if you want to gender swap a character, right? Watch how they did it.
Yeah.
Starbuck was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliantly, right? That's how you do it. But the problem we have is it's all being shoehorned in, right? And here's another one, right? I just want to read this tweet out. I won't mention who it is, but this sums up this side of the fandom completely, right? So there's someone out there that we all actually know, and they have a habit of, coming after us if we have anything to say about a female doctor. But they put up a tweet and it was found and it was sent to me. And I have to read this to you because this is how hypocritical this person is, right? So they have no problem with a female doctor, but they do have a problem with this. Where is this bleeding tweet? This is so funny. Where is it? Actually, if one of you want to just talk there while I find it.
Yeah, it's so funny how that family.
So I wrote, so let's get this straight. Right, so here's the tweet, right? So it says, not being racist, but how can a black woman play Hermione? This play has lost all credibility, right? Now, this person is actually. I'll send you the tweet to who this person is. Right? So I turned around and says this. So let me get this straight. The BBC changed the gender of the doctor, but you're okay with that, even though narratively it makes no sense. We'll have a problem narratively with a black woman playing Hermione, and you are right. You ain't racist, but you're a hypocrite. That's
because they're Harry Potter fans and they don't want their show changed. Isn't that special?
So again,
their movie's special. They don't want the movies changed.
It's the hypocritical nature. Now, this person has actually had something to say to us all here. I don't think with Lee, but he definitely has with Rabbi, you, Matrix Lord, and me. And then when I seen this, I was like, "Are you for real?
Who's this?
I won't mention the person over. I'll send you the tweet.
Send me the tweet, yeah.
But I laughed because it just goes to show you are a hypocrite. Sorry, you are. You have no problem with a female doctor, and it doesn't fit narratively. But you have a problem with a black girl playing Hermione.
They're all liars. They are the worst people.
Bullying, though. That's the whole point.
That guy, the not my guy, and
they're trolls.
No, I'm sure he's the same guy. He's broken. He's
is that the same one that's not Tartar Zone fan? Is this the same one?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. Maybe it's about who knows.
If that's the caliber of his fans, he's welcome to them.
He's making accounts.
Guys, I started today at 7:00 on somebody else's channel. It's 10:30. I'm still on a stream. My head's spinning. We got to call it a night. But listen, anybody out there in the chat who hasn't subscribed to me, I'm like 2 away from 1565. So anybody hasn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you have subscribed, please don't hit the subscribe button because then you want to subscribe. And go and subscribe to everybody else, Matrix Lord, and to know. And I'm sure the links are there somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm too frazzled to think.
And you'll have something from us all this weekend anyway. We all have things going. So yeah, so don't forget to subscribe to us all because, you know.
Yeah, listen, lots going on. Fine, I'm hitting the end broadcast button. It's saying, am I sure? Yes, I am. It's